Ladies and gentlemen, happy Sabbath and welcome to Gashis Kaiman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Huslers wamenyongwa, wametiwa kitanzi na Nabii. Nabii asiye na huruma. Nabii kazi yake ni kueneza injili ya uongo, injili ambayo matunda yake sasa yameonekana. Kitabu cha Mungu, Biblia yasema kwamba mtawajua kwa matunda yao. Na ukisoma kweli, tunapoangalia matunda ya nabii, tunasema kweli, tunaona kweli ni nabii wa uongo. As we talk now, Parliament is confronted with a bill that is expected to favor the executive when it comes to the nomination of the chairman and the composition of the IBC. And this is something that is being fronted by Nabii mwenyewe. Nabii sasa amelega injili ya 2027 kwa sababu anataka kuendelea kueneza injili ya uongo. Mahuslers nao wanalia, wamenyogwa kabisa, wametiwa kitanzi. Siku ya kifo inatarajiwa siku ya tarehe 14. Tarehe 14, when 14th of every month comes, many Huslers start scratching their head, regretting why they voted for Nabii, kwa sababu ni siku ambapo bei ya mafuta inapanda. This month it will be no different. Expect to dig deeper from your pocket. Now, yesterday, a Buddha guy told me that I called him a Hustler because that's the way we used to call we used to call them. And he told me I'm offending him, and in fact I had to apologize for calling him a Hustler. He told me he's not a Hustler. Walijua kwamba alikuwa anachezewa na hii serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. Ukweli ni kwamba rent has increased in many places. The landlord have given notice to the tenants, especially in Mount Kenya and Nairobi, kwa sababu wao wanatakiwa kulipa 30% of their rental income. And I say it is the tenants who are going to bear this responsibility. They are the one who are going to dig deep into their pockets. As this continues, Nabii anawaambia wafanyikazi wa serikali to tighten their belts. And he's telling them to tighten their belts and they have no belt. Mishipi hawana. Wanaambiwa waikaze mishipi ambayo hawana. And as this one continues, basi tunaona kwamba Mahuslers wamekabiliwa na hali ngumu sana. Ukiangalia the other hand is that when you look at the Huslers funds, the Huslers funds is coming with a lot of interest. It's coming in January 1st as according to vile ambavyo wamesema. Lakini ukweli ni kwamba kutakuwa na riba ya hali ya juu sana, something that they were not expecting. That's why I'm saying wamenyongwa, wametiwa kitanzi. And when you look at again at the hawkers are crying all over. Si Nairobi, si Mombasa, si Thika, si wapi. They have been thrown out of the CBD. Sasa ndio wameonyeshwa ya kwamba Kenya ina wenyewe na wenyeji. Kuna wenye nchi na wananchi. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho kinatokea ni kwa when I see them in towns wakiwa na mchezo wa paka na panya na askari wa kanzu, inatufanya tukumbuke kweli wasio na haya wana mji wao, kwa sababu tunaona during that time you could see the Nabii na wafuasi wake wakila pamoja, wakinywa pamoja. It is no longer the case. These days I'm telling you, they don't want to be called even the Huslers. Ule wimbo hatupagwigwi sasa umekosa mahali. This is what is happening all over. And something else is that in the university, you know, watoto wa Mahuslers watakuwa na kazi gumu sana, because the universities are about to increase the university entry grades. So previously with a C+, you are guaranteed of going to university. It is no longer the case. We are back to the days of parallel, when the education was very, very expensive. You know, by law, anybody with the C+ is qualified to go to university. But now, when you don't join the regular program, it means you have to go for parallel. For a parallel, 1 year, you have to cough about 200,000 shillings. And Mahuslers gapi wataweza hili? What we have is that the gap between the rich and the poor will continue to widen in Kenya. Kwa hivyo kama unaviona, hii si serikali ambayo inawajali Mahuslers. Wamenyogwa kabisa, hawana namna. They are struggling to breathe now. they are grappling for air. Ni jambo ambalo limekuwa ni gumu sana, jambo ambalo tunaweza kusema kwamba ni halikuwa likitarajiwa. Wengi hawakuona wakiona hivi. As we talk, the uga prices is still going higher. Today uga is selling at 215 in many supermarkets. Watu wanalia. Now, by the way, it is also important to note that in Rift Valley kuna watu ambao who are still holding maize. Wameficha mahindi wakitarajia bei itazidi kupanda in Rift Valley by you know, especially in Kitanzi and Eldoret where we have the maize basket in this country. Utapata kwamba watu bado wanaficha mahindi wakitarajia bei kupanda ili wazidi kuvuna zaidi. And I'm telling you, this is a country like no other. The other thing is that when you look at Nairobi insecurity is on another level. As this continues, we can only see the dimples of Sakaja and smooth talking the governor with no solution. The garbages are over. It's not even Nairobi. Major towns. I understand the day before yesterday, thugs were roaming in Thika, breaking into shops. And this is very funny. People are crying. People are crying because of insecurity. In fact, yesterday, what was trending is Matiang'i. People were remembering how Matiang'i would contain such situations. And I'm wondering if William Samoei Ruto could be able to contain the Al-Shabaab if we were confronted by the same problem that confronted Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And jambo lingine ni kwamba kazi mitaani hakuna, wanalilia nyumbani, kina mama walilia nyumbani, vijana walilia nyumbani kwa sababu zile pesa ambazo zilikuwa zinapewa pale. Sasa although they were told to be planting trees in the forest, we have not seen this happening. And this is because what is happening is that William Samoei Ruto is a puppet of the West. That is why he has now shifted from the east to the west. But then he has no interest with China. He's only interested with IMF, World Bank, USA, Britain. So he's having mega deals with the West. Unlike Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Kibaki, who had run away from the high interest rates loans from the West and so many conditions. Sasa amerejesha nchi katika upande wa ambayo hayana huruma ya kitafuna wido lao. Again, it is also worth noting that William Samoei Ruto is against CDF, the National Government Constituency Development Fund. It's not for the coming. When Yatani said that he's not going to release funds from the treasury, he was doing this because this is what the instructions he had from the president himself. Because a CS cannot just say such a word without the blessings of the president. So he wants to ensure that the constituency funds goes to the national treasury. It is only the treasury that can release funds. So it is a blessing in disguise when the Commerce Code declares CDF as unconstitutional. Anafurahia sana kwa sababu the members of parliament will not be fresh with their constituencies. Anafurahia sana kwa sababu power is very sweet. And kile ambacho kitatokea ni kwamba wale watu wanaumia ni Mahuslers. Mahuslers amenyongwa, umetiwa kitanzi. And as this happens, the civil servant payslip have been raided by Nabii. Hana huruma. They have their taxes increased. Pay as you suffer is no longer pay as you earn. And what we have is that when this is happening, we are being told that the government has no money. When this is happening, we know the political parties are still getting funds. Yesterday, we saw UDA crying that after being given over 500 million for the political parties fund, they still want another about 200 million. And this is very funny. Wanatafuta pesa. When this is happening, the country is crying for food. Instead of using this money to feed the nation, if for sure they are genuine, if for sure they are nationalists as they claim to be, why not give these funds to the Huslers? Kwa nini wasipewe? Waseme ya kwamba the party does not require this money. This is very, very funny. And as this happened, the MCA want their salaries quadrupled, multiplied by 4. Na wakati hili linafanyika, Mahuslers wanazidi kuumia, Mahuslers wanazidi kulia, wanalilia chooni. Kwa sababu what we have is a country that does not care about the common mwananchi. It's a country that is not caring about anything. So jambo lingine ni kwamba when we look at William Samoei Ruto, he's on a borrowing spree. Na huyu ndiye ambaye alikuwa anamlaumu Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta kuhusu madeni. Sasa yeye ameingia katika baraza la madeni, kwa sababu we have seen him borrowing. And Kenya borrowed from IMF 52.7 billion, na hili ni jambo ambalo linatokea wakati ambapo watu wanalia, watu wanalalamika ya kwamba we cannot be able to sustain the debts, and he's going for more. And he's the same person who was saying that we have to save the 100 billion, and when you find yourself in a hole, the best thing is to stop digging so that don't continue kumezwa na lile shimo. Lakini yeye anazidi kumeza kuchibua lile shimo. Where is the wisdom here? So jambo lingine ni kwamba when you look at the current situations, you really sympathize with Kenyans. When you look at the current situation, that is the time you realize that this country is headed in the wrong direction. This country is in the wrong trajectory. This country, unless something drastic happens, things are not going to remain the same. So wait for my other video to show you how the Kikuyus have been targeted and how they are going to finance with Nabii's government, na vile ambavyo Mahuslers watazidi kulia. This is just a tip of the iceberg of what is happening in this country. So subscribe to this channel. I'm your host, Gashi's coming towards Black in Africa, Black Africa, and you can also please do us a favor by liking our video, and may you have a blessed Sabbath. Bye bye.